So before we introduce ourselves, we want to start by situating ourselves to say that we're not the first people to try to bring feminist critique into demography. So critical and feminist scholars have been writing about this for decades, and they critique demography's assumptions and calling for more inclusive frameworks, pushing back on the ideas that gender, sexuality, and others are just variables to control for. But too often, these critiques have come from outside of the field and not being engaged fully with seriously by the discipline itself. So we at the Feminist Demography Collective are trying to make this work more sustainable and more institutionalized with community, with resources, and with events. So we just want to start by saying that we stand on a lot of shoulders and we want to acknowledge that. So the collective is currently run by a steering committee, myself included, of 6 people, and we can each give a brief introduction of ourselves. I think we can go by the order that is shown on the screen. We can keep it very brief. Lee, do you want to start?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Lee Senderovich. As you can see on the screen, I'm an assistant professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And I'm one of the founders of the Feminist Demography Collective and really glad to be here today in conversation with you all.
Hi,
Christina. Yeah.
thanks, Iris. Hi, everyone. My name's Dana Johnson. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a longtime fan of this group, so it's super excited to be here with you all. I'm a postdoc at UW-Madison in population health.
Sorry, is Lindsay here?
I'm not sure we have Lindsay with us.
Yeah, she couldn't make it, so you're up next.
Yeah. I can introduce Lindsay. Lindsay Cannon is a PhD candidate at the sociology department and has a focus on demography and fertility. And I am Iris. I'm also a PhD candidate at the sociology and demography department.
Hey everyone, my name is Rachel Hodap, and I'm an assistant professor at the University of Wisconsin-Superior and also a research scientist at the Collaborative for Reproductive Equity at UW-Madison. I'm a cultural and medical anthropologist, so a lot of this is learning for me as well, and eager to be here with you all.
Hi, everybody. My name is Emma Rommel. I'm a postdoc in the Leverhulme Center for Demographic Science at the University of Oxford, and also a research associate at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And I'm happy to be here too.
Great. Thank you all. And as you might notice that we're all kind of affiliated with the University of Wisconsin. So that's how we started. So we started by communicating with each other about our ideas about feminist demography because we know each other on campus. But that doesn't mean that we're gonna stop there. So one important reason that we're here is that we really want to grow and we want perspectives from other people. So the committee is not a closed group. We're actively looking for people who want to help shape what feminist demography becomes. So our collective grew out of the conviction that you cannot do rigorous demography while ignoring the power structures that shape who gets counted, how bodies are measured, and whose lives are treated as data. So as you may or may not know, demography and population science has deep roots in eugenics, coercion, and population control. So confronting that history isn't a distraction from good science at all. It's actually the foundation of it, as we understand. So our goal is to build a space for scholars at every career stage who want to bring feminist theory into demographic research and to hold our field accountable to the communities we study. So we're supposed to be all collective because we want to count accurately, measure things accurately, and make claims that are accurately, et cetera, et cetera. But unfortunately, as a discipline, sometimes we're not always doing that. So we really want to make an effort to improve that. So our principles and work are organized around three pillars. The first one is that we acknowledge and critique demography's entanglement with eugenics and population control, and we reject the instrumentalization of bodies for demographic goals. The second one is that we want to advance research that moves beyond treating gender and sexuality as mere variables. And we want to embrace quant, qual, mixed methods, and push for measurements that reflect lived experience. And thirdly, we demand accountability, collaborative effort, and justice. We want demographers to be aware of the political implications of our work and to genuinely engage with the communities that we study. So our first major activity was organizing a member-initiated meeting at PAA, Population Association of America annual conference last year, 2025. So for those who might not be very familiar with it, it is one of the biggest academic conferences for demographers, and certainly the biggest in the US. And this format of member-initiated meeting is more casual than actual session. So it let us bring together demographers across career stages, from students to senior faculty. We came together to network and brainstorm what feminist demography could look like in practice. And we were very pleasantly surprised that a lot of people turned up and the room was beyond filled. It was packed. And if you were there, we really appreciate your presence because it was a proof of concept that there is a real appetite for this kind of space within the field. And that meeting directly inspired what we're doing later this year at PAA 2026, which I will talk about later. And as you can see on the right, if you are interested in joining our community and find out more about this event and other events, feel free to scan the QR code. It's going to be there for a while, and I'm happy to share the slides afterwards. So don't worry if you miss it. So yeah, after the rather successful meeting, on our website, you can find that afterwards we also built a free open access feminist demography syllabus. It is live now on our website. And if you scan the QR code, it takes you to the website. The syllabus is organized into several sections from, as you can see, feminist demography foundations and historical context, and to reproduction and violence, migration and family, all the way to data, measurements, and methods. There is also a separate document on extended resources with podcast, African and Black feminist texts, and additional empirical papers that we think are relevant, but unfortunately didn't make to the syllabus document because it is ample. It's very long. And we think this might be especially relevant for FemQuant members. The message section covers feminist quantitative approaches, and we would love to hear any other suggestions. And if you find any gaps, and if we miss anything, feel free to email us. And these resources, we designed those to be usable by everyone and anyone. So whether you're teaching a course or building a reading list for a qualification exam, or just trying to familiarize yourself to this literature, we hope that it is helpful for those reasons. And we were also in the most recent discussions that we had, someone also offered to develop a Zotero list based on this syllabus, and it's suggested by someone outside of the current steer committee. So yeah, we're very excited for all sorts of support. And if you have something that you think might help us in any ways, feel free to reach out. And we very much think of it as a living document, which means that we welcome your suggestions. If you check it out and your favorites are missing, please tell us. And so far, I've talked about what we have done. Now I'm going to talk about what's coming up and why we're so excited to talk about it with all of you. So our biggest event this year is a full-day pre-conference workshop at PAA 2026, the annual demography conference at St. Louis. It is on May 6th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So this full-day workshop will include an early morning business meeting for anyone who are interested in discussing our future plans or join the steering committee or simply want to talk to us face to face before the workshop. You're welcome to join the business meeting. And we also have a FemQuant-led methods workshop in the morning. Thank you for FemQuant committee for arranging that. We also, in the afternoon session, we have flash talks on emergent feminist demographic research, and I'm going to talk about it in details in the next slide. After that, we have a panel discussion on tensions and challenges of building feminist demography from within the field. Because as we know, there were earlier efforts, and we think it is very valuable to talk about what those challenges are and how we can make it better. And afterwards, we have a social hour. So afterwards, if you want to grab a drink with us, feel free to do so. And the registration is open now. It is a free event, and you can participate in as many or as few sessions as you desire. And the deadline to submit your flash talk is approaching. It is March 15th. Yeah, so about the abstract submission for flash talks. To be clear about what we're looking for any ongoing or finished work that approaches demographic issues with a critical or feminist lens. And we're looking for work from all career stages, but we're especially looking for work from junior scholars and graduate students. And the abstract should be about 150 words and cover all the good things that abstracts should cover, but we especially will look for justifications of why and how you think this work contribute to feminist demography. In fact, there will be a standalone question in the submission link that asks about that. So please use that opportunity to tell us why and how you think this work is relevant. And you're welcome to submit the work you will present at PAA, but we will really appreciate if you can highlight how it is relevant to our agenda, even if that part might not be the main focus of your actual paper or actual presentation. And of course, if you have work that you're not presenting at PAA, but you think is suitable for us, we welcome that as well. And again, it doesn't have to be finished, but we want to know how you think your work is relevant. And we're very excited about this because it is the first time we have the chance to see what feminist demography, like academically, might actually look like. And it is the first time that other people have the chance to see that too. And we want to be sure that we're taking this opportunity to also learn and see what feminist demography work might look like. So what we're trying to do is not gatekeeping, but rather we're looking forward to see how people understand it and how we can extend our own vision about this subject. And we also want to highlight that all kinds of topics are welcome. Reproductive health, family, migration, methods, and others are all welcome. It is really less about the topic and more about the justification behind it. And on our website, you can see more details about the submission and the links. Can people see the next slide? I think I'm stuck. Okay. Oh, okay. Another reason why we're excited to be here and talk to all of you is because we think FemDem and FemQuant, we genuinely complement each other. And here's how we think so. Please feel free to tell us how other things overlap as well. We think there are three dimensions that we see natural overlap and ways to support each other. The first one is that our understanding is that a big part of FemQuant community is rooted in European academic networks, and we are rooted in US demography. So at the steering committee, we're all US-based scholars who are most familiar with US demography academia, but we definitely don't want to be isolators. And we're very happy to extend reach and learn more perspectives while we stay informed by those who knows the context, like you. And secondly, as our name suggests, both groups care deeply about feminist frameworks, but we come at them from slightly different disciplinary homes. And we think that crossover and overlap is very valuable. And thirdly, also, it's about methods. Although, as we stated, our group engages in different kinds of methods. Demography is an overwhelmingly quantitative field, and it needs feminist methods developed from within. So we think FemQuant's expertise in feminist quant approaches is exactly what we need more of. And we would love to explore what more collaboration could look like joint events, share resources, community building. Feel free to suggest. And of course, that's not all. If you have suggestions, ideas, feel free to discuss with us, either in a bit or afterwards. You can email us. And that leads us to ways for you to get involved. Firstly, you can subscribe to our email list. By doing so, you can stay in loop on events, resources, and collect news. And it is open to all scholars and learners. Secondly, you can definitely and most welcome to register and submit to our PAA pre-conference workshop. And March 15th deadline is for flash talks, and I don't think there's a deadline to register to just participate. But others can correct me if I'm wrong. But again, it is a free event, and you can participate as much as you want. And also you can contribute to our syllabus, you can suggest readings, share materials, and help us fill the gaps. Yeah, especially on the migration and mortality where we think we're slightly thin. And finally, you can join our warm family of steering committee. So if you want to help shape what FemDem becomes, you can reach out. We can talk about it. And we want to grow, and we want diverse perspectives at the table. So currently, we are meeting roughly once every other week. Yeah, and that is all I have for the presentation. Thank you for having us. And again, we're very excited to be here and to be in conversation with you guys. And we love to hear your thoughts, and our contact information is on the screen. And again, I will share this document afterwards. Yeah, that is the presentation. Thank you very much.